All right, let's roll. The Thursday night throwdown has begun. The pimps, the players, the hustlers, the people, the bus, and everybody else in between, from Costa Rica to California, Montreal to Minnesota, Winnipeg to Weehawken. Thursday night football throwdown. So we have the Seattle Seahawks and the Green Bay Packers. I see we already have 2 thumbs down this evening, which is that's like a weather report that there's a troll alert in the house. There's, there's trolls in the house when you got 2 thumbs down before the show's even started. But we appreciate you giving us the views, troll face. All right, so we have a pretty entertaining Thursday night game going on right now. We'll keep our eye on this. Wednesday night is normally Babano night, but last night there was the poker tournament. We came on late. Babano will join us this evening. And we've got a classic Babano message here tonight. This from 10 minutes ago, my direct messages on Twitter. Said, I'm on my way back home from my buddy's house, planning the Ottawa trip for the weekend. I will jump on the show with you at 11. See you then. I'll say, sounds good. Now, I don't even know where to start with this, but first off, like you went to your buddy's house to plan the trip. Like, here's the plan of the trip. All right, buddy. Well, what's there to plan? What, are you guys getting married? What do you got to go? What do you got? You guys go over the hotel you're staying at? Like, I don't really understand. Plan the trip. Fuck. You're going to Ottawa. You're in Hamilton. What's there to plan? What time are you picking me up at? That's the plan. Hey, Ian, yeah. What time are we leaving Saturday morning? 10:30? Okay, I'll see you at 10:30 at the train station. Okay, have a good day. The trip's planned. Trip's planned. Look, he went to his buddy's house. Fuck. It's going to take you as long to go to your buddy's house and come back as it's going to take you guys to go to fucking Ottawa. I don't know, like, if me and Babano could not be any more like fucking like opposite. Like last time I was in Toronto, I was in the studio. I didn't know what time my plane left. I knew it was Sunday night, and honestly, I didn't care. And it was like around 4 o'clock. I looked. Like, seriously, all weekend, I had no idea when I was leaving. I didn't know what airline. I didn't know what airport. I didn't know anything. I didn't know if it was Billy Bishop, if it was Pearson. I didn't know jack shit. About around 4 o'clock on Sunday afternoon, because I was leaving Sunday evening. I knew my flight was Sunday night, but that's all I knew. I was like, all right, it's like 4:30. I better check and see what airline, where am I going here? What airport am I at? Okay. I'm like, my planning is, I don't know, fuck, like I looked fucking an hour before. I got to go to Toronto next week. I don't have my ticket yet. Fuck, I got a better deal with that. Ask Jazz. You know how many times I've called Jazz when I'm on the road? I'm like, listen, Jazz, fuck, I fucked up, but I didn't get a plane ticket. Can you get this ticket online for me right now? So, yeah, exactly. So I don't like I said, like planning. Like when you say plan something, it's like, I don't know what, like your wife's having a baby and you went to plan fucking, you went to buy the fucking furniture for the kids' room. You're getting married and you have to go to the hall and plan the event. Like plan. The only time I'm holding a plan is I'm going to rob a bank with somebody. Then we'll go over the blueprint and the plan. If I'm committing a crime with you, we'll fucking meet to go over a plan. But other than that, there's no meeting. Fuck. There's no plan. There ain't no meeting. Like I said, unless we're committing a murder together, fuck, no, there's no plan. I like Mike Cardano's style at the Fantasy Sports Network. Every Thursday, there's a meeting after the show. And today, I was like, all right, time for the meeting. They're like, oh, no, you didn't, you know. Basically, they discovered that we're not a fan of meetings. So he's like, nah, Mike realized there that, you know, it's easier just to send you an email. I was like, yeah, good. Like, you know, once again, he only like plans I'm not into and meetings I'm not into. Unless you're firing me, I don't want to have a meeting. Unless you're giving me a raise or you're firing me. And if you're firing me, I don't need a meeting. Just tell me. It's like when I got canned from the Score. They call me and they're like, can you come in? Can you come in so we can talk? I said, now most people would be like, oh, okay. Yeah. I said, come in so I can talk. I said, if you're letting me go, let's just do this right now and save a trip here. They're like, well, you know, I was like, all right, good, fine, all right. Yeah, unless I'm meeting a bookie, what's the plan? Send location. Yeah, no meetings. So I look forward to asking Babano, and you know he's going to get all rattled. You know he's going to get all, what's up, Ghoster? You know, what's up, Riggs? You know he's going to get all fucking rattled, Babano, when I ask him, what were you guys planning for? Like, what do you say? Like, all right, so you buy the beer, I'll buy the vodka, you buy the cranberry juice, you get the weed. But I don't know. Like, I'm assuming, what are they arguing about? What fucking soups to bring? No, not cream of mushroom. Fuck, beef and barley soup on the road trip. Like, what they went to fucking Walmart and bought some soup. What are they planning? Like, they bought a case of soup, fuck, for the trip. Stay warm. It's gonna be cold out there. You guys are gonna need some soup. Beef and barley, cream of mushroom, good old fashioned tomato soup, chicken noodle. But you guys are planning what kind of soup you're gonna get for the trip. Yeah, minestrone. Again, I got to tell you, it's our boy Babano is a lot like, where is Millhouse? We haven't seen Millhouse since the game pretty much online. Was he so traumatized he went to a sporting event with me? Where's my boy Millhouse? It was like Millhouse fucking like on Tuesday and Wednesday. What time are we meeting for the game? I was like, listen, Millhouse, like, I really don't like, I think he thought I was being a dick or something. Like, I didn't think about the game until like at noon. I was like, all right, it's time to go to the game. You know, it's like the Notre Dame game. Fuck, you know, we might go, we might not go. I don't know. We'll see. You know, it's leaning no, especially with the weather out. It's pretty cold, man. It's not like, you know, it's not cold, but it's cold. And I got to tell you, I didn't expect today. I beat it, though. I missed it. I was not affected by this blizzard today at all. You know, once again, you know, the boat, man. Although I thought the boat was going to fucking tip over last night. It's the closest we came, man. There was like, we fucking went, like fucking, I'm telling you, man, one of those nights, like, we're going to end up fucking tipping over. It's fucking hostile in the Hudson out here in this weather, man. It's like you're fucking bouncing up and down and shit. It was the first time ever yesterday I got like a little bit of, not seasickness, but it was just for like a split, like 2 seconds. I was standing up and the fucking boat went like this and shit. And I was like, whoa, fuck. I felt it in my stomach. I was like, oh, shit. It was like motion sickness. Like I had to fucking grab onto the bar. I get motion sickness too. I'm not like, you know, I'm not afraid of boats or anything like that, but when I was in Mexico once, I was hungover and it was fucking bad, man. We were on the ocean, we were bouncing around and shit. I was fucking hungover. I was throwing up off the side of the boat. The Mexican guys, the tour guys, were calling me El Muerto. They were laughing, hey, El Muerto. Fucking, I was fucking all hungover, passed out. Fucking, it was crazy too. There were fucking sharks circling our boat. We went. It was whale watching in Mexico, and everyone jumped out. My mother and my brother jumped out into the water and shit. And all these tourists like jump into the water. There's fucking sharks and fucking whales and shit. And I asked the Mexican dude, I said, do you guys ever jump in the water? They're like, oh, no. I was telling my mother, you shouldn't do this. I was telling her, it's not a good idea to jump in the Pacific Ocean, Mom. No, it's going to be fine. Fuck. She was fine, I guess. Man, there was this big ass fucking whale. He was bigger than our boat, fuck. And he fucking comes up, you know, like he did his little thing. He popped up, bam. And same thing. I asked the guys, I said, if he hits our boat, what happens? And same shit. They said, El Morto. And they started laughing. I was like, yeah, like, well, why are we doing this? Like, why are we in the middle of a fucking pit of sharks and whales right now? Fuck, in the middle of the ocean. Like, this isn't a good idea. I'm telling you, only bad things happen in the ocean. Unless you're a fish, fuck, stay away. Like, yeah, I know. Cam's too. Cam's the best. Yeah, El Morto. That should be my nickname, fuck. If I was like a wrestler, that's my name, El Morto. I bring death. 21-17 in this football game. I sent Cam a message, actually. I don't know if he got it. I don't think he got it in. He didn't respond. 21-17. We'll keep her on this game. Yeah, we'll see what happens with that. Cam was like, no. I'm not putting that in. I'm not putting that over in. Yeah, what's the score in that game anyways? Fuck, it's 38-9 right now. We're right on pace. I'm about to lose money on that game. Fucking Tulane. I fucking knew I shouldn't have bet on that fucking game. Fuck me, man. I don't know why I put the same amount on a college game as I did these NFL fucking games. I'm on the Houston Rockets, though. Boom. 101.75. Oh, yeah. Trouble in paradise for the Golden State Warriors right now. They're getting smoked. All right, that's good. We're on the Houston Rockets. Although I should have just laid the freaking points instead of the money line. What's up, Paco? Good to see you. What do I think about the Spurs and the Leafs? I don't have a strong feeling, Johnny Roast Beef. I don't know. You know, I want to take the Spurs, but come on, Wilson, run. Fuck, I need a Wilson rush prop here. What's up, Kyle Hamburg? What's up, Sonny Vega? Hey, Sonny Vega, did you lose your passport? Is that why you guys drove home? I wanted to bring that up to you. I saw you on Twitter saying you couldn't find your passport, and then I saw you guys were driving home. So is that what happened? Did you lose your passport in New York somewhere? I don't have it if you're hoping, but didn't you lose your passport in Las Vegas as well? Didn't you lose your passport in Vegas? Didn't you tell me a story about how you had to go to LA or something because you can't get a new passport in Vegas? And then you lost your passport in New York? Hey, there's our boy, Ro. What's up, Ro? Hey, I got to be honest. I couldn't find my passport for a day or two here, but it's just because I hid it somewhere. Fuck. I didn't hide it, but I put it somewhere safe and I forgot. So that's what I'm hoping with my guitar. But I looked it up, actually. It's true. Just to know. I thought of that the other. It was funny. It was not even because of Sunny. I thought of this a couple of weeks ago. I just looked it up for the sake of it. I was like, just in case something happened like that, fucking, where would I go? So I looked it up and I was like, oh, good, fuck, it's right down the street. If you're Canadian and you lose your passport and you're abroad, you have to go to the embassy and they give you like a temporary one. They know who you are, fuck, right? You go in there and everything. They have pictures and verification. Like that said, oh, we don't know who you are. It's like, fuck off. You don't know who I am. Fuck. You guys fucking, you take a picture with a scanner at the airport. What are you talking about? You don't know who I am. That's the whole thing. What passports are stupid, anyways. Like it's at this point, it's dumb. I'm actually going to sign up for this stuff too. For a person that's anti-New World Order, I'm going to jump all the way in. I saw they have a new thing. Basically, if you do your fingerprint and retina and shit, you don't need a passport. No paperwork needed. It's the future. This like, well, I don't want to give them that. Whatever, man. They already have it. They already have it. Like, what do I care? Fuck. Like really, like now when you're at an airport and you travel, like you need to stop and you take this picture thing. Like I'd rather just say, no, I don't, I don't have any, you don't need anything. You just walk right through. You just walk right through. You just fucking scan your hand and shit. Beep, you fucking go through.
Attention. Attention. An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions.
The fuck is this?
Attention. An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention. Attention. An emergency has been reported.
What the fuck is this?
All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions.
I don't want to go to the fucking nearest exit.
Attention. An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions.
You can't make this up.
Attention. An emergency.
Are you guys going to keep doing this?
All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention. Attention. An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention. Attention. An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention. Attention. An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention. Attention. An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention. Attention. An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention.
It just doesn't stop.
An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention. Attention. An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention. Attention. An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention. Attention.
It's like a trap. I'm like Whitey Bulger. I'm going to go downstairs and I'm going to get jumped. Fuck.
And await instructions. Attention. Attention. An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention. Attention. An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest
Thanks, Obama.
exit and await
No, you can't make this up, Loretti. We're in the middle of a show. It's a nice show.
Attention. An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention. Attention. An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention. Attention. An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions.
I don't see any fire trucks.
An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention. Attention. An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention. Attention. An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit.
All right, well,
and await instructions.
I got to go check this out.
Attention. An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention. Attention.
It's a good point. That'd be a bomb threat.
All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention. Attention.
All right.
An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention. Attention. An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to
All right, give me a minute. I'm going to go check this out.
Attention. Attention. An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention. Attention. An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention. Attention. An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention. Attention. An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention. Attention. An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention. Attention. An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention. Attention. An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention. Attention. An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention. Attention. An emergency has been reported. been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention! Attention! An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention! Attention! An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention! Attention! An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention! Attention! An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention! Attention! An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention! Attention! An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention! Attention! An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention! Attention! An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention! Attention! An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention! Attention! An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention! Attention! An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention! Attention! An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention! Attention! An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention! Attention! An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention! Attention! An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention! Attention! An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention! Attention! An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention! Attention! An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention! Attention! An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention! Attention! An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention! Attention! An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention! Attention! An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention! Attention! An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention! Attention! An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention! Attention! An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention! Attention! An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention! Attention! An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention! Attention! An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention! Attention! An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention! Attention! An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention! Attention! An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention! Attention! An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention! Attention! An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention! Attention! An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention! Attention! An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention! Attention! An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention! Attention! An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention! Attention! An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention! Attention! An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention! Attention! An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention! Attention! An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention! Attention! An emergency has await instructions. Attention! Attention! An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention! Attention! An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await instructions. Attention! Attention! An emergency has been reported. All occupants go to the nearest exit and await using
Holy fuck. That's some crazy ass shit, man. Well, you know what? We always say my show is different. As you can see. They ain't fucking around, man. There's cops, fire. But whatever, it's all good. I don't know. There's something going on in the garage right now. There's something going on. There's something going on. I don't know. It's actually safer up here. I believe that the trash compactor caught on fire. The trash compactor caught on fire, but they were panicking about something, like for real. Like, look, there's fucking like 8 trucks. Like the cops are here. Like they're the chief of fucking. There's like a chief guy walking around down there now. Like they're running around looking for something. They weren't like, they didn't tell people evacuate, but they were concerned for a minute. I could tell they were like, hey, get in here, and like they were fucking. And it turned out it was in the garage. Then I realized, I'm like, well, I'm safer higher up than the garage then. I wanted to come back up, but the thing is, that sound was just too annoying. Well, that's the second time now in sport trades. It's happened over the years. But if you're on long enough, it reminds me, it happened on the Team 990 many years ago. And I didn't leave. I did not leave. And it was the same thing. We were live on the radio, Montreal, AM radio, and it was like fucking midnight type thing. And I was on from 10 to 1 a.m. And, you know, whatever, it was 11:30, whatever. It was nighttime. And the show was going. Boom, the fucking fire alarm went off. And I kept talking over the fire alarm. And finally, we had to go to a commercial break because it was so loud. So we went to commercial break. And Jimmy Spencer was my operator. And Jimmy Spencer, like, fucking got his jacket and everything to leave. And I told him, where are you going? You can't leave. I said, it's probably a false alarm. Don't worry about it. And I said, we got to continue the show, even with the alarm. I said, I will just make it part of it. And he wanted to leave. I fucking got pissed off. I told him, fucking, you can't leave your post. So he fucking split, but he left me on the air. So basically I came back on, he left. So I'm talking, I'm on the air, the fire alarm's going off. And then like 10 minutes later, man, the fucking fire department come in the studio. They come in the studio and they're like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Like the fire guy starts like bitching at me. He goes, what the fuck's wrong with you? He goes, are you stupid? Did you not like, what are you doing? It's all loud. There's lights flashing. I played all, I was like, I didn't know. I was like, He's like, you got to evacuate, dude. And then he even told me, he goes, man, guy told me, he goes, there's a fucking dentist underneath you that's on fire. He goes, dentist office, flammable. He goes, you got to get the fuck out of here. And I fucking like, oh shit. I fucking go outside. And so anyway, so I never went back. The show was over. Fuck. And the next day, fuck, I get a call and shit. Next day, I get a call. And it was the boss, and he's all pissed off because basically, fucking, I told Jimmy Spencer if he leaves, he's fired. And like basically, I told him you'll never do this show again if you leave right now. And he's like, it's a fire. And I said, it doesn't matter. I said, we go down like the Titanic. I said, if the building's on fire, we go down. and yeah, the boss was like, you don't have the power to fire people. And, you know, secondly, you're a fucking idiot for fucking trying to make someone stay during a fire. Thirdly, you're a fucking idiot. And he's like, what kind of person, like, it was funny. He goes, what kind of person tries to do a radio show over a fucking fire alarm anyways? I told him, I said, you know, I was trying to get through the show, Wayne. I said, I believe in like finishing the show, you know, and, you know. So now I would have plowed my way through this, but it was just too loud with that thing. And the guy didn't stop. You must leave. You must leave. You must leave. Then I started to realize, you know, this is New York, fuck New Jersey. Like, who knows? Fuck. For all I know, there's a fucking bomb in the fucking garage. You know what I mean? What a day here, though. Fucking snowstorms. The bridge outside my window was shut down earlier. Okay, not shut down, but it was chaos. They had to only let people go one way at a time. Yeah, fire alarms. So it's the first time I've ever seen people in my building, as Brooks was just asking. You guys were asking, and yes, there were a few hot chicks. I never see anybody. Like, and I'm going to be honest with you, it was pretty cool down there. I didn't really talk to anyone. One chick started talking to me a lot, but her boyfriend was right there. So it was kind of awkward. He's just kind of giving me a look, and she just wouldn't stop talking. I was like, out of all the chicks, it's got to start talking to me. Why? It's got to be you with this fucking dude standing here. Some other chick came up to me. One good thing, they were all in their pajamas and shit. So some chick came up to me in her teddy bear pajamas shit. And she started talking to me, but she was like a little over. She's like, I could have been killed. She goes, no detector ever went off. She goes, I just heard this announcement. I could have been killed. And I heard her tell someone else that. She goes, we could have all died. I was thinking, listen, there's a fucking fire in the fucking parking garage. So I will tell you though. That yeah, I banged her, Red Mouse. Yeah, I just banged her in the lobby, buddy. Did I bang her? What kind of question is that? Yeah, I did her in the lobby. One thing I will say is the town of Weehawken is very, very, very professional. Like I said, this no one has a good reputation, Weehawken, but I'm seeing it firsthand. Like right away today, man, they had snow plows out here. They had cops directing traffic. Like they were on top of the snowstorm today, these guys. Like they paved the sidewalks right away. Like I went to the store before. It was clean. They paved it right away. And boom, fire, fucking boom. Look at a massive response. Fucking cops are here. Fire department, fucking marshals, fucking, you know, like they're on top of things. Supposedly, there's the least crime here out of any neighborhood in New Jersey. But there's not really anybody here, so it's kind of deceptive. Like I don't really see what the crime can be. There's nothing to steal. Like there's a gas station. You know what I mean? Like, and no one can rob that gas station. Fuck, there's fucking cops in the parking lot 24 hours a day. I will tell you though that there's a chick in the building that I talked to. We were talking about weed came up, and she told me, she goes, "Oh, I blaze outside like all the time, whatever." I said, "What about the cops out there?" And she goes, "Oh, they don't care." So at least she goes, "Nah, they really don't care. Like they just drive by." Although she's a little out there, this chick. She was telling me that it's becoming legal like real soon in New Jersey, but I haven't heard about that. Listen, I know that I know that, the state legislature of New Jersey voted for recreational marijuana. Like Christie did the medicinal stuff years ago. So Christie did the medicinal. Yeah, they approved they approved recreational, like pot shops and everything. Yet they didn't pass it. Like they approved it. They said, yeah, like everyone was for it basically because they want to make money. Look, they legalized gambling, right? So they were for it. But then in true politics, political way, they argued about they argued about other money. You know what I mean? Like in US politics, they always tack things on. Well, if we legalize that, then you got to pay for this fucking tunnel. You got to pay for this fucking bridge in my district. Like it became like a shit show, like wow, you got to add this on and that on. Like I said, like in Florida, they didn't just do a simple shit. You'd be allowed to bet on sports. They put it on the same bill that you want to defund schools. So that's why it lost 70-30. People are like, no, I don't want to defund schools. So it was like, oh, and by the way, the gambling bill is on the bottom of that. Like, that's the way they tack shit on all the time, right? And the weed thing got pushed back because of it. See, they're arguing about just like, what, I know that's the whole thing, Drew. It's like these guys like have a meeting. We were talking about meetings, have a meeting, make a plan. Just say, all right, fuck, we're making it 15%, 12%, whatever. I mean, it's preposterous that if you've agreed to do it, just do it. You know what I mean? Like you're leaving money on the table. Yeah, just do it. Get it over with. I don't mind. 12 cents is fine. The New Jersey numbers in for the betting this month, 260 million. 260 million. Yeah, we'll be seeing our boy tomorrow. It's a good thing we didn't do it today because of the snow. Okay, so it's basically we could be playing for a push here. I didn't look. I have a teaser. We're already in. The teaser hits. Teaser was a nice play. Touchdown. Wow. Russell Wilson's the man. So now Green Bay just need a field goal. Now Green Bay will just need a field goal. If they get the extra point, which is no guarantee anymore in the NFL. Janikowski is pretty good, though. This is big-time battle between two teams that are fighting for their playoff lives right now. Fucking Russell Wilson, though. So, look, we would have split the passing prop. Aaron Rodgers went over. I should have just bet Rodgers. I don't know why I didn't bet the passing props tonight. I overthought it. I looked at the numbers and I got, look, Russell Wilson's at 225. He only needs 11 more yards. He'll probably get it. We'll see if they get the ball back. But, fuck, I should have bet it. Instead, I was all hell-bent on Russell Wilson going over 26.5 rushing yards. He only ran once for 12 yards. And now, like, it's not going to happen. Fuck, I'm stupid, man. Fuck. What's going on in these college football games? We got Green Bay on a teaser, though, with the over, so that's good. We're going to have a winning night, we hope. We'll see what happens in these football games, though. We hit the Houston Rockets, too. All right, so it's 41-17 right now with 9 minutes left. Fuck, man. They're only at 58. I need 68.5. Okay, I might be right. Oh, dear God, fuck. I never win when I bet unders. I never win when I bet unders, man. North Texas are 9-0-1 to the under on the season. They haven't had one game go over the number. I bet tonight that the game would go under the number. It's 21-20 already. Frustrating. Night's not done yet, though. We hit Toledo in the teaser. We're actually off to a good start. Like we got some winners here, but I want more than just a few winners. And I'm pissed off because I told you guys about the passing yard prop. I got caught up in the fucking Seattle. I got caught up. I should have also bet the Rodgers one. Fuck, man. Ugh. What's up, Eric LeDuc? I know. I like the over too, Jacob. I like the over too, but I teased it. Though, so I can't complain. This is, guys, you know why we tease this game? Because of this. Who knows who's going to win? I told DeMarco before. It'll go back and forth. Whoever has the ball last wins type thing. So who knows who's going to win? That's why I teased it, and we're looking good. Look, I got Green Bay plus 10. You know what I mean? I have Green Bay plus 10 to the over in this game. And I have Green Bay plus 10 with Toledo that's already a winner. So we're going to have some wins here. So we got the Houston Rockets that's already a winner. The Tulane-Houston game, I fucking knew when I bet it was stupid. And FAU's my team. I don't know why I'm betting against FAU. And like I said, North Texas are 9-0-1 to the under on the year. I bet a couple unders this year, and I won with them. But I go with it tonight, and it's 21-20 already, late in the second quarter. It can still stay under, but it's going to be a sweat job. I'm going to fucking lose fucking money because of college football tonight. Fucking college football. All right, touchdown to Houston. All right, Paula, we need one more touchdown, buddy. We're fucking close. 48-17. We're at 65. I need over 68.5. Oh, God. I need a touchdown in 6.5 minutes, but 6 minutes. I don't know if Tulane can do it. Come on, man. Give me one more fucking touchdown in this game. Man, I'm running real low, too, here. Fuck, this is not good. It's one of those days. It was a snowstorm today. It was bad timing. Ugh. Fuck. Fucking frustrations. No, I like. I don't know why that number's so high. I would take Texas A&M, but I didn't study the game much. But I don't. I know it's a lot of points. What's up, Banner? We'll send you the link in a second. You just got back with Banner, but we had an incident here earlier on the show tonight. And we can't go long late here tonight. We've been going late. It's catching up to me. I know we get screwed for a little bit of content here tonight because of the fire situation, but we need Russell Wilson to rush. Yeah, literally a dumpster fire. It's the best way of putting it. The show's become a dumpster fire. We needed to evacuate the building, Savannah. And as you guys that were here, you could tell like they weren't kidding, like it was serious. Not a very good drive for Aaron Rodgers there. Yeah, it was a pain in the ass. It was in the middle of the fucking show too. It was a good show. I was in the zone. We've had good shows this week, I've noticed. The radio show this morning was probably our best one. And Ready and Rage has been funny this week too. But I was on a roll tonight. Go Wilson. Fuck. Fuck. He's at 20 rushing yards right now. We need 7 rushing yards for Russell Wilson. No, he's only got 20 yards, guys. Thanks, Riggs. He's only got 20 yards. He's got two rushes for 20 yards. Only 2 rushes. Fuck. We need 1 more. We need 7 yards, man. I don't know. He's just they're handing the ball off. Like, so, you know, for him to rush, you need a design play here. Fuck, man. We're getting screwed. Sports rate screw job of the night. You know what? We need this game to go to overtime. For our prop. Like, we need, dude, if the game goes to, we need 7 yards from Russell Wilson. Come on, Lord Gambler. We haven't asked you for much recently. Lord Gambler, we humbly ask you to fucking serve us with 7 yards, you bitch. Fuck. Game. Game, set, match. Teaser hits. Fucking Wilson loses. Fuck. Fuck. All right, but Banner, give me 1 minute, man.
The Seahawks. Remember, it was 3rd and 3, and it was good for an 18-yard completion down the way. This is the road downfield for 34 yards. Looked at us like the ball came out for a challenge. In the timeout situation, they had something to do with that. 2 from Arizona 33. Left in the game, a timeout. 2 good in the morning. They needed to stop for the Seahawks and come up with 2 good.
Four-way teaser hits on all sides. We talked about this with Whale Capper and Cam today. Four-way teaser hits on all sides of this game. Over, under, Hawks, Packers. We talked about it today too. You knew this is one of these games. I don't do teasers like, I'm not as big of a teasers guy as I used to be, but I knew. I said whoever has the ball is going to be a 3-point game. You played for the push. You know what I mean? That's why I was like, if I'm playing for a push, why would I bet Seattle? Just take Green Bay on a teaser plus 10. It's free money. Fuck. And it was. Fuck. But of course, I have to bet on fucking Tulane, man, because I'm a fucking idiot. All right, Tulane's got the ball, first and goal, first and fucking down on the 35. Come on, Tulane. Do I get this game? What channel is this on? ESPN, I do. Oregon and Iowa. That's at MSG, isn't it? All right, come on, Tulane. Give me a touchdown. Come on, Tulane. Guys, man, we haven't had like a late win. You guys see, man, every night we're getting screwed late. Fuck, come on. Just give us a win here. This is a big swing for me on this one. Oh, we're on our own 35. Oh, how do you not catch that, you stupid kid? Fucking take his scholarship away. How do you not catch that, kid? Come on, man. Fuck. Third, this is a miracle. Like, man. God. Cam was right. I'm going to lose this by like 3 points. I need 3.5 points, but there's 2 minutes left. Come on, Tulane. Give me a miracle touchdown here. Fuck, I thought we were on their 35. Oh, he's going to get sacked. No, he escapes. He dumps it off. Fuck your shit, man. This quarterback's terrible. It's 4th and 14 and they're punting. You're losing 48-17. What are you doing? You're losing. Why are you punting the fucking ball? I need this kid to return it for a touchdown. Fair catch. Fuck. Fuck me, man. Stupid fucking motherfuckers, man. Fuck. I want to throw something, but I got nothing to throw. Fuck! Fuck! Fuck, man. Fucking bad fucking pick, man. Fucking motherfucker. I fucking knew it, man. Fucking Tulane. I fucking like the fucking Packers, man. What am I betting on fucking Tulane for? Oh, Tulane. Yeah, Tulane. Tulane. Oh, Tulane are hot. They need this game for a bowl bid. Yeah, fuck. Fucking piss bowl. Fucking toilet bowl. Yeah, good job, Tulane. Oh, fuck, man. It's Ian Cameron. What's up, Abeno?
Yeah, that game was over for me 2 hours ago. So I had Tulane. They were dead in the second quarter. So what can you do?
Yeah, I had Tulane in the over, Abeno. Fucking 68. Fucking nerd 65, man. Fucking.
I had a great college football week last week, and that was the first really significant play I had this week was Tulane. So hopefully that's not an omen for the rest of the weekend. But lots of games left. We got Friday's card, big Saturday slate. It's one game. Got to move on.
I can't. Why would they punt the ball? Like, who punts the ball? Like, what is this, basketball now? You know, we're not going to shoot. I've never seen that. I've never seen a team on 4th and 14 losing punt the ball. It's like Houston are just killing the clock. You throw for the first down, you don't get it. Houston takes a knee, the game's over. Dude, I can't believe it. It's not like they were going to score, but it just bothers me.
That's the thing. It's not
it's a bad pick. I never should have bet on Tulane. And whatever, fuck. It's going to fucking ruin my fucking night.
I
need this second half. I need this. I need to win this late college game now. Like, I need North Texas and fucking Fort Atlantic to stay under somehow. I never bet unders. Of course, they're at 41 at the half. And I need North Texas to win by 5. I bet against FAU for some reason. I never bet favorites. I laid a 4.5. Fucking stupid fucking idiot, man. Fuck, man.
Hey, don't beat yourself up too much. Hey, I've had a bad run in the last month and a bit, so it happens. You just got to, keep going. It's all you can do. You can't believe me, if you beat yourself up mentally and you kill yourself saying stupid pick, I'm an idiot, I'm a moron, I'm a jackass, for making that bet, you're never going to learn from your mistakes and you're never going to be able to get better. You got to go back and look and see, where did I go wrong? Where did things go off the tracks here? And sometimes you're going to find out that sometimes you are going to have a dead wrong side. And you're right, it is a bad bet sometimes when you have them. But sometimes you're going to lose a bet and, hey, there's 1 or 2 plays in a game that completely turn things against you. And what are you going to do in that scenario? You can't totally say, oh, I'm an idiot, I'm a moron, I'm stupid for placing the bet. You can't think that way. Not with every game.
Yeah. What channel is this? I appreciate the pep talk.
It's just such a long season, and there's so many.
I'm just mad. It was a bad bet. It's just whatever.
The reason why I really don't lose it anymore, and I've really gotten better at this the last 3-4 years over any one loss, is that there's too many games in a day. There's too many days in a week. There's too many weeks in a month, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It's just going to drive you mentally. It's going to drive you nuts. It's going to drive you batshit crazy, to the point where if you just lose it and go on tilt after every loss, you're going to be, they're going to be coming after you with a straitjacket saying, lock this man up. I mean, he's just completely Coco Loco.
I
I
really
mean,
lost my fucking sanity a long time ago.
no, you're not that bad,
I don't
Gabe.
know the channels. I'm like Peterman. I'm sorry. I'm like flicking around. I don't know any of the channels anywhere here. So
Yeah.
I think I get CBS Sports Network though. I think. I'm pretty sure. Like I assume that's what that North Texas game would be on.
Yeah, it's on CBS Sports Network. Yeah, I got it on right now, actually. Yeah, CBS Sports.
Public access, government access, great gift.
Come on, you're in the States, Gabe. You got to get CBS Sports Network.
No, it's a shitty network, bro. No one gets it. MSG Network, Yes Network.
That's a big game. That's a big game.
Network.
Yeah, it's a big game in Conference USA too. North Texas 7-3, solid season. Florida Atlantic is playing for a bowl game.
I don't
They
even know what networks I get. I only watch the ones the games are on, but I get the Big Ten Network. I get the Yes Network. I have MSG.
Oh yeah, all the New York outlets, MSG Plus, SNY, Sports New York. I'm sure you get that.
Sportsnet New York.
Yeah.
I have FS1.
Yeah, national.
Yeah, I have the ESPNs. I don't have ESPN though. I don't appear to. I think I only have ESPN 1, ESPN, and ESPN 2.
What about News and You? None of those? No.
No.
No ESPN News. Oh, that fucking sucks. The CFL's going to be out of luck this weekend. Television, anyway, you can stream it.
Yeah, ESPN 2.
ESPN 2 does have the Grey Cup, though, next Sunday. That's good.
Oh, yeah. Wait, I have, what's this one?
God, is Kent State.
ESPN News.
Yep.
Oh, I got TNT. Basketball.
TNT Dynamite.
Yeah, I got the Clippers Spurs game on. I don't get the football game. They got Oregon and Iowa basketball. That's at MSG, I think, too, right now. All right. So, hey, it is what it is. What are you going to do, eh?
Exactly, yep.
What are you going to do?
21-20 at half, FAU. So now if you want to bet halftime, now's the time. Halftime right now in this game.
I don't get channel 215.
No CBS Sports Network. That's BS, Gabe. You should get that.
Nobody gets it, Urbano.
Nobody, huh?
I've never been in a hotel room once in my life that has CBS Sports Network.
Which cable provider are you using down there? Satellite cable? Optimum or Optimum cable? Cablevision, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what their channel is.
I'm sure I could get CBS Sports Network as part of some package, but
it's probably an extra charge, exactly, like these fucking crooks are.
The CBS Sports Network never took off.
Yeah.
They don't have good properties. Like what do you think of the CBS Sports Network? What do you think of?
You get Mountain West basketball. They do show that. Lots of Mountain West basketball.
That's the best thing they get.
Mountain West tournament. They do some Conference USA and AAC basketball.
Exactly. Like it's all crap, bro.
Yeah,
like
it's
basically you know what they have? They have UNLV football. They have Army football. They like you said, they'll have some decent Conference USA the Tulsa basketball type games.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But it's not like they don't have any showcase.
No. CUSA football.
Therefore, cable companies, people like aren't demanding. Like everyone bitches about CNN, but they need CNN in an airport. You need CNN in a hotel room.
You do.
Right?
Yeah.
If there's an earthquake, a terrorist attack, whatever, people put it on CNN. Like it's like ESPN. You can hate ESPN, but you check into a hotel room and you're poking around. You're like, what the fuck? Like you don't have fucking ESPN in here, right? Like there's certain networks that have the cable companies by the balls. It's like, you need us. People are going to get mad in your hotel room if you don't have us. You're going to get mad in your bar and your cable grid. Nobody gets mad. Like how many people call up? Like what am I supposed to do? Call Cablevision right now? You fucking cocksuckers don't have fucking CBS Sports Network. I can't watch a fucking North Texas game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but at the same point in time, they're going to make you pay extra to get it, right?
Right? Yeah. So like CBS, like ESPN have people by the balls. It's like, whatever. All right, cable company, drop us. We have Monday Night Football. Good luck dropping us. You know what I mean? See how happy you are. Like we have the bowl games. Drop us. See how happy your fucking cable company, your clients are without ESPN. They know that, so they can shake the cable company now for money. The cable companies laugh at CBS. They're like, dude, you've got no property. Like Dave Malinsky, the late, great Dave Malinsky, may rest in peace. We miss him. He always used to talk about that, about the death of the Mountain West. And if you remember the old days, the Mountain West was kind of a hip happening conference in football with Boise State and TCU and BYU and fucking basketball with San Diego State and UNLV.
BYU was a lot better, Jimmer Fredette.
UNLV, and great rivalries, and they had some good shit. It was on ESPN. And the conference, if you remember, it was becoming known as Pac-12 Light. It was like, wow, this Mountain West conference really coming on, man. Like fucking, Utah State and people were into it and shit. And they got greedy. They were like, you know what? We're not getting treated well on ESPN. Like, we're sort of second-class citizens. Yeah, but you're on ESPN. And what do you want? You're on ESPN at nighttime. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, you get the Friday night slots and you get the weirder slots, but you're on ESPN and you get big publicity. They were like, oh, we're big. Like, you notice the SEC didn't say we're going to the CBS Sports Network. You know what I mean? The Big Ten didn't sign with the CBS Sports Network. Like, the Mountain West did. And it buried them. They're not on fucking TV. Like, you're in New York City. So basically, if you're a kid in New York City and you're a high school player, you're not seeing Nevada on TV. You're not seeing UNLV on TV. Therefore, you're not going, right? Like, you need to be on TV. And that was the problem with the Mountain West. But anyways, no one's tuning in to hear us talk about why television stations and why
cable deals with companies suck. Yeah, and cable companies suck. That's why I got my Android box. I got everything I want, $25 a month. Everything I want, sports-wise. Everything. Want a game that I can watch? I can.
Let me check if I have channel 250. I never check.
CBS Sport, all those little regional. You do?
Yeah.
Found it finally.
I'm an idiot. I never went past channel 90.
There you go. I was going to say, I mean, I know it's sometimes hard to find it in hotels, but you're not in a hotel. You're in your own place.
But I did I thought I had a better deal than I had. Like, I was wondering. I'm like, where are all these channels I'm supposed to have?
All right. You see Rick Neuheisel and Brian Jones are in the studio there. Yeah.
I have FS2, Fox Sports 2 now.
Oh, yeah. Fantastic. Yeah.
Drag racing.
I'll give Fox Sports one credit. They've got Big East basketball now. They got a couple.
Now I got the other ESPNs. ESPN something. ESPN W. What's that? ESPN Women. Hey, here's ESPNU. Fuck, I didn't even know I had ESPNU. Fuck.
There we go. All right, now it's starting to make.
Right.
Like, how do you not have ESPNU? I'm thinking that ESPNU's not some buried station. I mean. ESPN Family, I figured anybody with cable would get ESPN Family.
God, I'm an idiot. I've been sitting here bitching about I don't get the NBA network watching games. I have the NBA network.
You just got to keep going up. You got to keep climbing that ladder.
I have the NBA network.
Yep.
I have the NHL network. I have the PGA. I have the golf network. I got every network. I got the figure skating network even. I got the Olympic network. Yep. I didn't even know the Olympics had a network. There's ESPN News again. Oh, I got Fox Deportivas.
Wow, look at that. You're going to get everything now. HBO, Showtime. Where's your HBO and Showtime? I'm sure you'll find that too.
I got Brazil and Argentina on right now.
There you go. All right.
I got Gold TV. I got Moto, what's this? BSN? No, they want me to pay for this. Wait. Bundesliga.
BN Sports? Yeah, you might get that BN Sports, as they call it. Yeah.
They're not authorized.
Well, yeah, not authorized. That's what I used to get on Kojiko here. Yeah,
I'm not authorized for the Bundesliga. It says contact them if I want.
You're not authorized to have me as a customer anymore. Goodbye. That's what I said to them when.
Holy fuck! I'm on TV. I've got me.
Fantasy Sports Network. Yeah.
I'm on right now.
I should check that. I can get that.
I didn't even know I was on. I forgot. I got my network. I forgot.
I'm going to go to it right now.
But it's actually the morning after on right now. Fuck, I got to remember just leave it on. MAV TV. There's another network I was on.
Yeah. I mean, you've been on a bunch of networks. I mean, there's people that have to remember the MAV TV era and that part of Game Time Decisions. That was years ago.
Yeah. So I'm on channel 238 here in New York.
Excellent.
That's funny. I'm flicking around. I'm like, oh fuck, I'm on. There's me.
I get all the UFC Fight Pass. I don't have to pay Dana White shit for UFC Fight Pass. I get that free on this little box. Fantastic.
The only thing is now I don't know where CBS is. Oh, what was it? 215.
Yeah.
All right. So now I know. All right. So I got a lot more games here now.
Oh, it's
I really haven't missed much, to be honest. Like, I'm not here that often. I watch, ESPN usually has the basketball or TNT, and I knew I had that. But now I know, though, I did miss a few NBA games. There was a game, like, I remember last week, I was like, fucking NBA TV. I don't get that network. And of course I do. Fuck. Whatever. I'm
hey, at least me being on got you to go up, keep going up on the dial, keep searching, and eventually you found what you're looking for.
Yeah. You just got to keep clicking in life, right?
That's right. Just keep going up. Don't go down. Don't step backward. Keep moving forward. Exactly.
Yeah. It's like I love it, though. I love there's the scene in The Simpsons when fucking Krusty the Clown's watching TV at home.
There he is, Gabe Morency. There he is. Yeah.
And he's like, seen it, boring, terrible, seen it. And he's like, me. He's like, so he says, he's like, me, click. He keeps going. And then he's like, me. And then he's like, me. It's fucking funny. Seen it, terrible. And like he's going through the thing, and it's happened to me before where I've been on TV. I've been flicking around at nighttime, and I remember once I was like, fuck, there's nothing on. I saw, and I was on. I was like, fuck. And I looked, I was like, I'm not paying to watch myself. I was getting mad. And I flicked over a couple of channels, and I was on the Fight Network at the same time. I got mad. I was like, fuck, man, I'm on two networks at the same time. I'm like, give me a channel without me. I'm like, come on, man, fuck.
I don't need to see any more of me. I know what I look like.
I'm like, fuck, man. Why do I pay for cable? Like, what, to watch myself on TV? I was like, I don't want to watch me. I'm not paying like Rogers to watch me.
Yeah. But, Fight Network and fantasy sports. Exactly. Yeah.
All right. So, you said in your message that you were at your buddy's house planning the trip to Ottawa. So I had to, kind of wondering, like, yeah, I'm a big fan of MeTV, actually. It's one of my favorite networks. Remember you didn't know who Sven Gali was, the guy, Drew. He's on that network. I saw him, or Sven Guli.
MeTV's like Gold TV and Deja Vu and all that. They got old sitcoms.
Yeah, after I ended shows, actually, this week, I've actually been watching MeTV. I watch, they have the Twilight Zone and then Alfred Hitchcock back to back.
Oh, very good. Classic.
Those cool shows, yeah.
Those old creepy shows were good.
Yeah. All right.
So, yeah.
Give me some picks. What do you got, fuck?
Yeah, some picks. Oh, yeah. Well, we were
already 20 to 12, so we got to go rapid fire.
We got to go rapid fire. But yeah, we were planning the trip because we got some.
Yeah, so you're planning the trip. So what are you guys planning on? What soups to buy? And like we were saying, what you guys arguing beef and barley or chicken noodle or like, and why? What do you mean you were planning it? Like it's fucking winter. Why don't you just like speak on the phone and say what time are we leaving at? Like what does the plan mean?
There's been some major fuck ups with the buddies of mine that usually have to actually confirm shit. We've had situations in the past where we're, booking tickets for 4 people and they only get 3 and someone's left out. Or we've actually booked a hotel at Beer Fest in Toronto. It was years ago. It was Holiday Inn. It was a discounted rate because a friend of mine works in the hotel chain. He works in hotel management. So he gets discounts at all these hotels. And we're actually going to put that into use for Ottawa for this trip. So he's got to get specific hotels, use the discounted rates. But then he booked at one time Holiday Inn in Toronto. It's like 5 of us. We only got 4 rooms.
All right. So what was the deal tonight, Babette? I don't want to hear about past failures. So what? You guys had to sit down and like you're not robbing a bank. Like so what? You're writing. I don't understand like the plan. What happened at your meeting tonight? What did you guys do? What was said?
Well, we already had the game tickets. That was bought yesterday, but we had to. There's a bunch of hotels that we could get the discounted rates for. We're comparing them. We're price monitoring. We're going through all these different sites, Expedia and Hotwire and that Trivago and all that stuff, and comparing and going back and forth. And do you want to be to the downtown? Do you want to be close to the outskirts of the city? All this crazy nonsense. So that's on the discussion list. We had to figure that out, hash that out. And then basically,
you guys like were sitting there like going over each hotel deal and like discussing.
Oh yeah,
hey, this hotel.
How close is it to the stadium? How close is it to restaurants? How close is it to casinos and all that? Because they want to do the casino thing. I could pass the casino thing, but they love the casinos. I'd love the casino if it had a damn sports book in it, but that doesn't happen in this country.
What hotel did you decide on at the end here? Like, how long did
Crown Plaza? We went on to Crown Plaza. It's right downtown Ottawa. Good deal. 5 minutes from the stadium, 5 minutes from downtown TD Place Stadium. Walk down there. All the bars and restaurants are pretty close by. A lot of good ones there. So we made a right decision. And yes, we booked tickets for everybody coming and booked hotels for everybody that's joining us. So we didn't screw up there. We didn't have one ticket short or one hotel reservation short. There's been some serious fuck ups. We wanted to make sure we got this shit right.
What are you going to do now? Like, how are you going to get adjusted to Ottawa time now?
I think I'll survive because I believe we're still in the Eastern time zone, so I think I'll be fine.
Right? Like, you're going to prepare for like the difference in air, anything like that. The air is cleaner in Ottawa.
Yeah. No, Ottawa's a great city. I mean, beautiful. I mean, when you look at the Rio Canal there, it's beautiful. Especially,
let's not say great. It's okay.
It's okay. It's nice. Wintertime especially. It's cold as fuck there in the wintertime. That's the problem because I've been there at this time of year before. But
Ottawa's cold. Yeah.
So I'm not looking forward to that. I'm gonna have to wear like 6-8 layers to the football game on Sunday because
Ottawa's like Montreal.
Yeah.
Like for cold, except it's close to Montreal, Ottawa. So that's the coolest thing about it. It really is. It's like, what's good about Ottawa? Well, it's not that far from Montreal. But Ottawa gets freaking cold, man.
Yeah, it does. It does get really, really cold. Like I say, would I choose to go to another CFL city in Canada other than Ottawa? Yes, probably. But guess what? Ticats are only playing in one place on Sunday, Ottawa. So that's why we're going.
No, I noticed you're really into the Ticats here. You got your Ticat, you got your fleece on here. Did you just buy this recently?
Well, I've had it for a while, but I'm bringing it all out now, wearing it regularly. We're in the playoff drive, East Final. Hey, this is our first East Final, Gabe, in 4 years. I mean, and our first chance to get to a Grey Cup since we were there in 2014. Since we got, I think, robbed of a Grey Cup with the illegal block in the back on a Brandon Banks kick return that would have beat Calgary to win that Grey Cup. It was brutal. That was a gut wrencher. It's like someone kicked me right in the fucking.
True's asking. Are you doing a meet and greet at the lobby? Are you going to be signing autographs? Are you going to be at the card table and shit?
Nah, no. We're not that star studded and big headed here, Drew. We're not that big of a movie star. You must be thinking of some other guy named Ian.
Conference handicapping conference or CFL pick conference at the Crown Plaza. Pretty expensive hotel you guys are staying at in the end.
It is, but we got the discount because of a guy who works in the hotel industry, so that helps. That really helps. It is. It's a good plan.
I think Hamilton's going to win. I think you're on. I think you're on to something.
I hope so. I like the over. I'll be honest, from a betting standpoint, I like the over a lot more in that game than the side. I think Trevor Harris has never started a playoff game before. That's the thing. He was playing great down the stretch for Ottawa. That offense looked great. They always played well against us, but it's his first playoff start. Jeremiah Masoli has started a playoff game before. Kolaros was injured a couple years ago in the playoffs. Masoli had to start. So Masoli actually has more playoff starting experience, believe it or not, than Harris. This is his first start in the playoffs, Trevor Harris. So we'll see how he fares. But I don't know. It's not going to be easy. But I think we see points. I think at 3.5, maybe there's a little value to Hamilton, but I think it's a close game. But I do think we'll see points. I'm not ready to go out on a limb, say we win, but I think we're in the game. The key last week gave us we got some receivers to step up. We've been without Brandon Banks for weeks. I thought our offense struggled without him, but last week Braylon Addison, Justin Buren, some other Mike Jones, as the rapper says. All of these guys stepped up for Hamilton at wide receiver, and that was big. Now, is it more bad BC or good Hamilton? We'll see. But, they buried BC 48-8. I mean, just totally picked them apart. So it gives me some confidence going into this game.
Yeah, I'll take Hamilton plus 3.5. I think teasers in play here too. Plus, get to 10.5, maybe to over 47. And then you got Calgary and Winnipeg. What do you make of the Calgary-Winnipeg one? Bombers are getting 5. You're going to ride the dog here and look for Calgary's postseason disappointment to continue?
I think you can tease both underdogs and do pretty good. I think you can tease Hamilton up and you can tease Winnipeg up, because I think Winnipeg's live to win this game. Calgary, they're saying all the right things. They've lost in the Grey Cup game 2 years in a row. They want to get back there, make amends.
Oh, sorry, Babano. I just checked something here. Is this really true right now? Wow. Holy fuck. I'm in 69th place right now to 31,000 people in DraftKings basketball.
All right. Good stuff.
Not bad.
Yeah, you can still get in the money. That's the key thing, yeah.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. Not too shabby, exactly.
Let's see. Who do I have left? I only have one fucking player left in action, though, here. Gallinari. Come on, Gallinari. Go off in the second half. I'm going to go down because people are going to have some other players. Fuck. I'm winning $50 right now, and I put $3 in. So that's pretty good. Shit, 69. I'm telling you guys, I'm getting fucking much better at this shit, man.
I'll tell you what, GPP, low risk, high reward. That's the way you got to look at it.
Yeah, but I'm playing these. Yeah, exactly. I'm playing these tournaments.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping to hit, but fuck. All right, we'll keep our eye on that.
But you got to get everybody hitting at the right time. Everybody has to be just have a great night, and you need more than 3/4 of your lineup to have at least good nights, and several of them to have amazing nights to be able to really hit big money in these. Yeah.
James Harden, 40 points. Paul Millsap, 48. I had Millsap, 48 fucking points for 500. Chris Paul was okay. You know what? My big guy was Hernan Gomez, 40 points for $3,700. Trey Lyles also, only owned by 13% of people, gave me 28 points. I got Gallinari. He's got 19 DK points at the half. If he can go off here, fuck. I'm going to fall, though. It's frustrating. As it is now, I'm up $50, but we'll see what happens in the end here.
Yeah, the North Texas quarterback, by the way, Mason Fine, just got crushed on a big hit, and he's injured. That doesn't look good. He's had a great season. He's been a good quarterback, too, for this program.
Yeah, it looks like he's pretty hurt. There's a lot of guys around him.
Yeah. Oh, man, he got just destroyed by a double-team blitz there.
There's
Seth Luttrell's out on the field. That's how bad it is. Yeah, Seth Luttrell. Yeah.
There's a targeting review going on here too.
The North Texas offensive coordinator, by the way, is Graham Harrell, ex-Texas Tech quarterback back in the day. Yeah.
You know that they're 9-0-1 to the under?
Yeah, they've been an under machine because their offense is scuffled, but their defense is solid.
That's a good hit.
The scoring is slowed down.
Let's see it. Look. He did hit him under the face mask, but it wasn't deliberate. It was a clean hit. He got fucking smoked. That was a tight hit.
I think it was a good hit too.
Listen, college football, I respect that they're about safety, and they want to get guys that target players out of the game, but it's over excessive.
You got to let them hit still, especially if he's not going up and launching into the face.
Whether you're trying to hurt the guy or not, he wasn't. He came in hard. Yeah, the helmet hit the face mask a little bit, but it was just a good old fashioned smoke job.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't. That's not targeting.
I agree.
It's often in college football where someone gets killed and they call targeting and they kick the kid out, and it's listen, man, the kid didn't mean to do it. It was just a tackle, but whatever. But they're a little over the top with it, I think. But anyways, okay, so. Let's get into the NFL here, Ruben. I'll blast through this because I can't stay on all night. So Panthers -4.5. Numbers climbing up right now. Falcons and Cowboys, an interesting game. Falcons are -3. Another interesting game is Houston and Washington. Houston are -3. I like Pittsburgh to beat Jacksonville, but it's 5.5, so I'm not like 5.5 on the road. The Giants and the Bucks is a fun game. It's a train wreck, but I was on the Giants on Monday night on Monday Night Football and on the money line. And it's funny now, there's people in the fantasy world, and they're like, oh, Eli Manning's in a good spot this week against this Bucs defense. And look, the Bucs defense last week held Washington to 16 points. I was on Washington last week. I was on New York last week. But I'm telling you, everyone right now, the Giants is a big fat-ass trap this week, this game. No one wants to talk about this game. No one, whatever. It's an ugly game. I get it. But I'm telling you, Eli will suck back at home. The crowd will turn. Fitz will play well this week. I like the script is written. The script is written. Tampa's going to win this game. Big line movement in Tennessee and Indy, all the way down to 1.5 right now. So everyone's loving the Titans here, and that's good because I like the Colts. So pick one of those because those are some of the funner games, bigger games before we get to the other ones.
Yeah. I want to wrap up my thought quickly on Winnipeg. Plus points, I think they're live there. Winnipeg was red hot. The hottest team in the CFL down the stretch was Winnipeg. And they won last week in Saskatchewan. Tough place to play. They went in there and won. They're live to beat Calgary. I think Calgary's still injury-riddled and wide receiver, and I think that might show up. And Bo Mitchell was throwing interceptions like crazy late in the season. Didn't look like Bo Mitchell, so that we know. So I think Winnipeg's got a shot there. NFL, we'll start with Carolina, Detroit. Hey, you know how much you've liked. I know how much you've liked Gabe Carolina all season long. You've sung their praises. You've been on.
I'm in love with laying 4.5 on the road here.
I actually really like them this week. I really do. Carolina. This is actually the first time I bet Carolina, believe it or not, all season long. Bet on Carolina, that is. Great spot. I mean, I throw that game in the garbage can against Pittsburgh. It was the tough spot, road team going on the road. Pittsburgh, just bad matchup, tough matchup. They got behind early, and Pittsburgh rolled from there. This is different. Detroit can't rush the passer. Pittsburgh can get a pass rush. Detroit can't. Other than Ezekiel Ansah, there's no pass rush on this Detroit team. Darius Slay may not play, and without him, he's about the only guy I'd take on this Lions defense. This is a bad Lions defense. There's no reason Cam Newton can't find McCaffrey and Olsen. And Curtis Samuel, let's give him credit. Curtis Samuel and Funchess starting to step up and be receivers that are getting some things done lately for Carolina. They should move the ball against Detroit. I mean, Detroit, we saw what their defense did last week against Chicago. Got shredded by Trubisky and the Bears. On the flip side, since Golden Tate got traded to the Eagles, Gabe, Matt Stafford's not looked the same. Been banged up. He's hanging onto the ball again too long, and that O-line's not holding up good enough to
Texas
too long. So they're sacking him left and right. He's 16 sacks on Stafford the last 2 games combined. That's a problem facing this Carolina defensive front. I think, the linebackers, Kuechly and company, going to get after him. The defensive front going to get after him and pressure him as well. Good bounce back spot for Carolina, and they're the better of these 2 teams by far. So I don't mind laying 4 on the road. I think they can get it done. Remember, Seattle went into Detroit and buried them in Detroit a few weeks ago. So why can't Carolina win by a touchdown or more here?
All right. So what about the other ones? Dallas, Atlanta is an interesting one. Houston, Washington. But remember, we're going rapid fire here, right? That was about 3-4 minutes on that game.
Okay, quickly, Atlanta -3.
You didn't ramble, though. It was a good breakdown. You didn't ramble. I'm just stating, though.
No, I spent longer on that because I like that one. That's one of the tough
We'll be on the radio tomorrow. We'll do a couple of segments. We'll be on the radio, and we'll have time to expect. It's just one of these weird weeks. Last week, I got pinched by Bano because of the poker thing.
Yep.
And then tonight we're sitting here doing a show, and I had to evacuate the building.
I know. I'm going to have to go back and watch what exactly happened there because that's not fun. It's a winter night. It's you're comfortable. You're doing a show, and you got to hear. So what? Some kind of announcement was made that you had to leave the building.
I got a loudspeaker in here, and Buddy was like, "Emergency! You must evacuate." Except it didn't stop. Like they force you out.
That's brutal. Huh?
The girl in the lobby told me it used to be worse. She said they used to have like a siren in the places when that should happen. So, because I would have tried to stay it out. I figured it'd be a false alarm or something, but it wouldn't stop. And I figured, all right, I better check it out. It turned out there was a fire here and shit. So, but we're all right. But yeah, it's annoying. So Cowboys, Falcons. So tell us the games you're betting, and don't give away your card because you know, don't forget you can get Babano's picks at rightwager.com. So you know we're not forcing you to give picks on every game, but which are a couple of the games you like here? Instead of going through every game, just to highlight a few games you like.
No doubt. Last couple of weeks, NFL college football has been better on the website after a slow start. So we're starting to get things going at rightwager.com for sure. Atlanta, I like them. I don't trust Dallas on the road second week in a row. I think there's going to be options for Atlanta to attack that Dallas secondary in this game. And I think they'll be able to do that. There's one guy on that Dallas defense and their pass defense I like, the Wouzier, and that's it. I don't think anyone else can cover these Atlanta receivers. At home, laying 3. We know Atlanta's very good at home. So the last statement for Atlanta, they have to win this. I don't think Dallas took advantage of a Philly team that's struggling. They're not the same. They're banged up. They're injury riddled. Not going to be as easy here. I think Atlanta can win. Minnesota, Chicago is a great game, but a tough game. I still got to think about that one some more. It could go either way. Minnesota, I might be interested in them, though, if it hits 3 or 3.5. It won't go 3.5, but 3. Maybe a lean to the Vikings. Philly.
I like Minnesota.
Yeah. I mean, Chicago, okay, you beat up on Detroit. Detroit's going downhill in a very fast clip, so it'll be much tougher against Minnesota. Minnesota's starting finally to get healthier a little bit defensively. This defense has underachieved a little bit for the Vikings, but we'll see if they can start playing better on that.
They're getting healthier right now.
Yep.
The dude that had some issues earlier in the year is back. What's it, Griffin? He's back right now. They're getting healthier, and their defense starting to come together a little bit. We'll see, man. Look, the Chicago Bears have taken advantage of a pretty weak schedule this year. Yep. And they played good football. I give them credit, man. And Trubisky's played well. The coaching staff, I question Helfrich. I question Nagy. I question the whole thing. But, they got a great defense. They stopped the run. And, I like Minnesota here. It's a step-up game for Chicago. And Minnesota is just a better team, I think. But they got to prove it. But, I have a little bit of concern about Kirk Cousins just turning the ball over.
That's an issue for him too. He's had too many of those turnovers as well. A good game. That's a really good Sunday night game and a big game in the NFC North. But +3, I'd lean a little bit to Minnesota. Is Chicago ready for this? Remember, they had a big Sunday night game at home early in the season. It was against Green Bay, or it was in Green Bay, I think, and they just found a way to lose that one. Are they ready to win a big game, division game this late in the season? Are they ready for this big moment, Chicago? We'll see. Philly, New Orleans, people are onto this total, betting it up. I agree. I don't know how you can't take an under. How you take an under with New Orleans right now? Who's going to defend this New Orleans passing game for Philadelphia? They're banged up.
I like that over. You're right.
I mean, it's high, but how does Philadelphia get stops in this game against New Orleans? How does anybody right now with what we're seeing with Breeze and Thomas, and they're going to probably, Kamara and out of the backfield, Ingram. What if the UCF receiver develops for them, Jaquan Smith there for this New Orleans team? Wait till they get him going. Another weapon it could be.
Smith, yeah.
Jaquan Smith, exactly, yeah.
He's been he was a little bit of a fantasy sleeper a little bit there. Listen, the Saints are a juggernaut right now. I get the feeling the Eagles are the play in this game.
I feel the number's high. I feel there's inflation here. Yes,
I don't love it or anything. You know what I mean? I'm not like, oh, man, the Eagles are one of my best bets, but I don't like the Saints. I hate that. I hate missing out on these hot teams. Oh, interception. FAU just threw a pick. North Texas had the ball back. I hate missing out on teams where it's like, oh, I'm waiting. Like last week I lost. I took the Bengals.
Yep.
So I don't want to lose money betting every week against the Saints. But at the same point in time, I'm missing out because I'm not betting on them very much. You know what I mean?
No, exactly.
Here you got a case where it's like, yeah, I don't really love them, but I like the over. I'm with you as well. They're going to pick apart that Eagles secondary. And Carson Wentz and the Eagles will be able to score coming back and playing desperate, throwing the football. It's got an over written all over it on Sunday Night Football.
Reminds me of two teams in college football, Fresno State the last 2 years and Iowa State again this season. I knew these teams would be good point spread teams this year, and I think I've maybe backed them once, each of them. That's about it. I haven't taken advantage. It's frustrated. I've left those opportunities on the table, and it does. I figured Fresno could be good again, point spread one. I knew Iowa State. I mean, I said before the season on a lot of shows,
you like
Iowa State. I like them a lot, and they've been amazing this year. Iowa State again, point spread wise.
You're missing out on.
And not betting it enough. I'm not listening to my own advice and my own, once or twice maybe.
What happens too? You're like, wow, they're really going to cover again, and you know what I mean? Like, it happens like that. Listen, me too. North Texas, it pissed me off. I remember, dude, I was at the FanDuel Sportsbook like 2 months ago, and or right when the season started, dude. They were like 5-0. They played 4 or 5 games at the time.
Yep.
And I noticed, I was like, man, North Texas go under every week. Fuck, it's like fucking 4-0 to the under. 5-0 to the under. And I remember I don't usually blindly bet games like that. And that's why I did tonight. And I know FAU have a bad defense and everything, but I was like, it's 9-0-1. Like, and I'm missing out on it. I've only betted like 3 or 4 times. Fuck. I should have been on it. Like fucking, as soon as you get on these things, you got to stay on them, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Don't.
The Raptors were like that early. And I was like, I missed out on the Raptors a couple of times where I was like, man, I don't want to lay 10 points. I don't want to lay 12 points for the Raptors. And then they win by 17. I'm like, fuck, they're covering every night. And I'm leaving it on the table. And then, of course, the other night I'd lay the 10. They blow a 19-point lead.
Yep.
It's frustrating like that. I know. Gambling is real frustrating, man. Like there's the goalposts is always changing the battle. You know what I mean? Like,
no, exactly. You see things coming.
Up with the shoulda, coulda, wouldas because there's a million things you could have done, right?
Right.
Oh, I should have just only bet the Packers fucking over tonight. Yeah, well, shoulda, coulda, woulda. Fuck, you got to get over it.
Exactly. You got to get over it because, just like I said to you early in the show, you can't let losses linger and missed opportunities and something won that I didn't bet and I'm mad at it. You got to get over it quickly. Move on to the next thing. Tennessee Indy's a tough game. I feel like I don't want to bet against Tennessee the way they're going right now, but the spot's got to be a little bit of a concern in the back of my mind. Your big Monday night win against Dallas, huge win against New England last week. Mike Vrabel beating his the coach that he played under in New England for 8 seasons. Big win. They played great, both sides of the ball. And now you got to go on the road, face Indy. It's a questionable spot for Tennessee, but I still think they're better than Indy. I could only back the Titans, but I don't like the spot, so it's probably a game I'll pass.
Oh yeah, it's sort of like this game tonight, where there's a few games like this where fun to talk about, but really when you're betting on it, you could really go either way.
How about Houston, Washington? You want to lay 3 with Houston?
That's another one that can really go either way, right? Like,
or you want to take Washington, banged up on the O-line, banged up in the most stupid win I've ever seen last week.
Last week when I said I'm taking Washington against Tampa, everyone did. There was an easy win. They won 16-3. Touchdown, North Texas.
There you go.
So the game's not staying under, but at least North Texas might be able to cover, and we'll get the split. Fuck, whatever. Fuck, it is what it is. Yeah, so last week I was all over Washington. I was the only one anywhere. Everyone laughed. Oh, they're so hurt. Oh, Tampa was going to win. I said Tampa shouldn't be 3-point favorites against a fucking high school team.
And they showed they had a million opportunities, 500 yards.
No, yeah, they backed up 480 yards of offense, and they scored 3 points and set an NFL record, actually. Most points for the lead, most yards for the least points produced. 6 trips inside the 30. They only got 1 field goal.
Unbelievable. That's unbelievable. It should have been a blowout. But yardage-wise, it should have been a Tampa blowout.
Fitzpatrick did a Fitz thing. He threw a pick in the end zone. They fumbled once on the 2-yard line. Like they did a lot of stupid things. They're Tampa. What do you want? Like,
yeah.
But anyway, now Washington go back home. They're going to lose, dude. That was just last week. Now everyone's like, oh, I don't know, Washington back home. It's like all of you guys all hated Washington last week. You said they were injured. They're still injured. The difference is, last week when I took Washington, it was because they were playing Tampa, right? And I know Tampa are inept. I don't have any respect for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, even though I think they'll beat the Giants. I'm just saying, I think the Giants will choke at home, but I don't have any respect for the Bucs, or their coach, or their players that much. I think they're gutless and heartless. But
yet you think they'll beat the Giants? Wow.
Yeah, because the Giants will choke.
Do you think that's a one-hit wonder? The Giants? Do we get the win finally, and that's it?
That one win. They barely won, Babano, and they needed referees' help. Dude, they were terrible. They barely won against a 2-win team and a kid playing his second game in the NFL. It took everything that they had to win that game. And I was all over the Giants, but let's not get carried away that suddenly the Giants are good or anything like that.
No, but that's Chinese water torture betting. I X that game out right away. Yeah.
Eli Manning's a subpar quarterback. Like, he's not an NFL caliber quarterback now. But anyways, Houston's going to beat Washington, bro. Like they're too good for them. Washington will not be able to contain Deshaun Watson. They're running the ball successfully with Lamar Miller now. You've got motherfucking Demaryius Thomas and Hopkins now. The Washington Redskins have a banged up offensive line. Last week they
got away with it last week against a bad team.
Tampa, but you ain't disguising it against Clowney. You ain't disguising it against J.J. Watt. You ain't disguising it against Merciless. The Houston Texans have guys that really can rush the quarterback.
That's a bad matchup.
Bad recipe for Washington. Houston goes in there and beats them, in my opinion.
I hope so. I can only back Houston in that game. I want to back Houston. It's in my gut telling me I should be on the Texans here, but it's them laying 3 out of a bye week, and Bill O'Brien's a coach I really have a hard time trusting out of a bye week, especially when his team was rolling going into it. I'm worried fat and happy syndrome sets in here for the Houston Texans, and they screw up and turnovers and penalties, and Bill O'Brien turns into the moron that we all know he is once again this week, and they somehow find a way to stub their toe and lose to a team they should beat, and a team they have matchup edges over because they're decimated at the position you don't want to be decimated in, the O-line against that pass rush. Something's telling me Houston finds a way to blow this, but I don't want Washington. You're right. If I'm betting it, I'm on the Texans. I still think they're better. Just I hope Bill O'Brien doesn't screw it up here.
No, they should look, dude, they've won 6 games in a row.
I know, but it concerns me. Team rolling into the bye week. They have the bye week, and they come out of it.
I know.
And ill prepared and not focused and not playing well and rusty, and the rhythm's gone. That's my concern.
The Colts one, that's a really tough one. Great game. Andrew Luck is the first quarterback in NFL history to throw for 3 touchdowns in 6 games. Yep. In a season. Like, Andrew Luck is pretty much back. The Colts. Something just clicked with the Colts. Like they're a confident team. They're a happy team. You know what I mean? They're enjoying it. They like Frank Reich. The practices are fun. Like the Colts are just one of these sort of hit teams suddenly. Yet the Titans, so are the Titans. People forget, man, the Titans were a playoff team last year with a subpar coach and Mike Mularkey. They have good players, the Titans. Like they're a good team. You know what I mean? They're too conservative in a modern sort of NFL. It's tough. But they've been able to impose their will on teams over the last month or so, specifically the last 2 weeks. But look, man, they go into Dallas, they beat them on Monday Night Football outright. They go home, they get the New England Patriots, and they smash the Patriots.
Oh, there was nothing fraudulent about that win.
Scheduling, like from the Monday to the Sunday to now Sunday in Indy. Indy playing back-to-back home games. Good scheduling spot for Indy. Bad scheduling spot for Tennessee. And I like the fact that the public and the buzz is all on the Titans now. The same dickheads that all bet on the Cowboys on Monday night last week are all, Titans are going to beat the Colts. I'm telling you, man, like this is how I kill the NFL, by watching people's perceptions of teams change on a week-to-week basis. And I think Indy's the play here. And, oh, yeah, by the way, Andrew Luck's never lost to the Tennessee Titans in his career. He's 9-0.
No, he has done well. He's done very well against this team, no question. I still think Tennessee's better team, but I totally 100,000% acknowledge it's an Indy spot all the way. It's an Indianapolis spot. It just is. You're off back-to-back huge games in Dallas in prime time, Monday night, New England, with all the pedigree they've had, and now you're going on the road to face little old Indy. It's not a Tennessee spot. So for that reason alone, I won't be on Tennessee. I just don't know if I'll be on Indy. But I hear what you're saying.
I understand why. It's a tough game. It's a division game. It's a playoff style game. It's massive for both teams in a division. It's a fun week in the NFL this week. It's almost Separation Sunday.
Yep, definitely.
It's like the show Survivor. The tribe has spoken, Aaron. You're gone. Like, you're not making the playoffs, kid. It's one of those. Sorry, bro. You're not making the playoffs.
I'm kind of intrigued and interested in, I don't know if I'll bet it in Denver plus points off the bye, but I don't know if I can do it.
Chargers are another one of these teams. You're right. Chargers, who the Chargers are like this year, but better. They're like my Michigan Wolverines, where they're both having these great years, but you keep waiting for them to screw it up. You know what I mean? You're like,
something bad to happen. Yeah.
Yeah. Like even Michigan, I remember like three weeks in a row, I've been telling people,
some inexplicable loss that hit you right between
the eyes. I was asking me, Michigan, Morency, do you like the Michigan minus 24 against Maryland, or do you like the minus 21 against fucking Purdue? Or you know what I mean? All these Big Ten games. And I always say the same thing. I'm like, Michigan's never been good as a double-digit favorite, guys. It's not their spot. It's not their deal. They don't cover those big numbers. And this year, they're killing teams, right? And it's the same thing with the Chargers. You're like, you want to take Phillip Rivers as an underdog. You want to take Phillip Rivers on the road when he's getting 7. And, the teaser, he's the best tease quarterback in the history of the NFL. So, but that's not the case this year because they're that good that they're just favorites every week. And they're covering every week. But, the Raiders came close to covering last week. I hear what you're saying. The Broncos, desperate football team. The only thing is, Babano, the Broncos suck. That's the problem this year.
I agree.
They're just not that good.
Yeah, devastating injuries, too. I mean, how about their starting center, Matt Paradis, gone for the year for the Denver Broncos? Totally a bad offense and a bad offensive line. You lose your starting center. That's not good.
It's a poorly coached team, too. Vance Joseph is not a very good coach.
I don't think I can get there. Some's telling me take Denver +7 off a bye. Take Denver +7 off a bye. But what's this team got to play for? They're 3-6. They're not going anywhere. Right. Chargers, are still trying to, they could still increase their positioning. Not win the division. That's Kansas City's division. But
it is a division game. Denver have pride. They don't like the Chargers. Like it is usually a tough, sort of closer series. These games, but I'm not in love with laying 7. But I can't take Denver either. What about the next one with Arizona Cardinals, where kind of like Arizona, but it's hard to fucking justify laying 5.5 points with the Arizona Cardinals, isn't it?
I'm doing it. I actually got -4 on Arizona. So I got a good number. It is 5.5. So a lot of people agreeing with me that that Oakland is so bad you can lay 4 with Arizona.
The banner gets the better numbers than Cohen. Got it earlier in the week, Gabe. Pick them. Got the Cardinals.
I like it. I'll be honest. If you even at 5.5, lay it.
The game's already gone over the number. Of course, I bet a fucking under. I lose again. I never win unders. I'm never betting an under again. I'm done. It's proven. It's fucking proven, guys. I don't win unders. I can't.
What more can you do to try to win an under? You're riding a 7-0-1 under team or whatever it was with North Texas. 9-0-1, yeah, and it goes over, yeah. It's like what more can you do? 9-0-1 under trend that you're going with, and you still can't cash an under. What the fuck can you do at this point? What more can you do to try to? What more can you possibly do?
I swear to God, I'm like 2-58 on unders. Like I don't know what it is. Like, I don't fucking know, man. Fuck, this pisses me off, though. I'll tell you that much.
This is gonna be one of those crazy finishes here with this game. You can tell it's setting up for it, especially with Lane Kiffin involved. FAU's had some really wonky point spread finishes too, and with Kiffin the last 2 years. 34-31 now, yeah. Back and forth they go. But yeah, I'll lay the points with Arizona getting back to that game. Let's give Arizona credit. I mean, okay, they lost by 12 against Kansas City last week. That was a gritty effort. That was a gutsy effort. I saw a try. I saw we give a damn. We give a crap still. We're going to go out there and keep playing hard. I'm not seeing that out of Oakland. This is a team that's not going anywhere. It's an Oakland team that's jettisoning people left and right. Can't stop anybody on defense. The offensive line's just been absolutely miserable. Derek Carr can't get anything going. Even he looks a little bit disinterested now on this Raiders team. I'm seeing a lot of purpose still, a lot of passion. Josh Rosen, the quarterback, a young guy, these reps mean something to him. He wants to go out there and play well and play hard. I think the team wants to go out there and play hard. It's the future at quarterback that's under center for them and Josh Rosen. So I think you're going to see a lot more purpose, a lot more energy from Arizona, and that alone is probably maybe enough for them to win this game by a touchdown or more. Just on energy alone and want to.
Yeah, the enthusiasm factor. Leftwich, like Jazz is saying in the chat, Leftwich has really improved. McCoy, I don't know. McCoy just couldn't get the ball to Johnson in open space. Like they just couldn't figure out. I don't know what the problem was, but Leftwich is obviously more suited for this. We talked about the Eagles-Saints game. We both agree it goes over the number. The Eagles are a desperate team. You're getting the Eagles like as 8-9 points. You don't often get that for a team that could score in the back door here. Defending Super Bowl champs, desperate. The Eagles' season's on the line this week, literally and figuratively. Total's 56, so I'd go over the number. We talked about the Viking-Bear game, and the last one, Monday Night Football. A lot of time to get to that, but what do you make of this at 3.5 now, 63.5? I'm
on Kansas City here. Absolutely at 3.5. LA Rams have covered 1 point spread in the last 8 games. That was against San Francisco. That's it. That's the only point spread cover in the last 8 games for this LA Rams team. You've just been losing money left and right, week after week after week, back in this LA Rams team. I don't know what their defenses can possibly do to stop Kansas City in this game. Like, this defense, you're starting to be worried if you're Wade Phillips. You should have been worried 3 weeks ago. Now, after the Saints game and after last week when Seattle's going up and down the field most of the game against you on your home field, you got even more reason to be concerned. And I'm sure a lot of these Chiefs players, you know, your Kelseys and your Hills and guys like that, they can't wait to attack the vulnerable, struggling Marcus Peters, former Kansas City Chief here in this football game. I don't think they stop Kansas City. Kansas City, obviously, we know how good the Rams offense is, but in a game that's got that back and forth, high scoring affair, I don't know if it'll get over the total. That's the one thing. I mean, we could get a 30-27 game and it'll still stay under the total. I mean, this total's just
points.
ridiculously high. I mean, I don't even know if I can. It should be an over matchup, but I don't know if I can go over this total. I mean, this is 63 we're talking about. Highest total in NFL history, well, at least since 1990, according to Teddy Covers. He's told me that since 1990, this is definitely the highest total in NFL history. But give me the points. I think it's back and forth. In a game that's back and forth, you take points with the underdog. I don't think you can go wrong. I like Kansas City, and if they win outright, it wouldn't shock me. I'm seeing Kansas City's defense progress. I'm seeing Kansas City's defense playing better week by week. I'm seeing LA Rams defense playing worse and worse week by week. That could show up here in this game too. Yeah, give me the Chiefs.
Ian Cameron, a.k.a. Bano. You can find his picks over at rightwager.com for those of you that are unaware, the new people tuning in. As we always do have newcomers coming on board. We welcome you guys. We're here every night at 10 o'clock, weeknights at 10. Remember to give us a thumbs up and to support SBR. Check out their videos. Great content, great handicappers, great people at over SBR. A lot of great contests, Beat the Prick, free poker tournaments, and everything else. All right, Ben, so before we get you out of here, we talked about CFL. We talked NFL football. Quickly with the college. Not a great board this week. Next week, it gets real. This is sort of the calm before the storm this week, but there's a few decent games. The big boys are kind of, and you and I both like Pitt. Pitt gets there already. 5.5 wins goes over the number. That's 2 years in a row. I give you guys one isolated team and a win total in college football. We hit it. But the big game this week, Syracuse and Notre Dame. That's the flashy game of the week this week. Syracuse, Notre Dame. It's up to 10 points right now. The total is 65, and it's at Yankee Stadium. Yeah,
and from what I've read, weather's not going to be too bad at Yankee Stadium. It's going to be cold, but it's not going to be a lot of wind. It should be good for the two offenses. They've scored 37 or more points, Syracuse, 5 straight games coming in. Now, Notre Dame's defense is good. I don't want to take anything away from them, but how many up-tempo offenses have they played this season? Not many. How many mobile quarterbacks have they faced, like an Eric Dungy, who can move a little bit? Not many. This is going to be a good test for them. This is a unique test, not something they've seen so far. And when you look at it, other than Stanford, Michigan, even the first game, Michigan, trying to get used, Shea Patterson trying to get used to the new team, new offense. This is going to be a good test for that Notre Dame defense because Syracuse moves fast. It's going to test them endurance-wise a little bit in this game. But on the flip side, Ian Bookback makes all the difference in the world for Notre Dame. They should be able to move the ball. I like points in this game. Syracuse plays fast. Notre Dame plays fast at times, especially after they get first downs. Should see pace. I'm going to take Syracuse here, plus points. I think it's a few too many. They've been great underdogs, Gabe. Fantastic, 3-0. ATS as underdogs. They compete, including at Clemson, Death Valley. They only lost by 4, catching points in that game. They've been great in the underdog role, 3-0 against the number there. I think it's just a few too many points. I think Syracuse, I don't know about win the game, but put a scare into Notre Dame? Sure they can. I think people have underestimated the Syracuse team all year. I'd look to take points here and look over the total.
This game, I think Notre Dame, this could be the one, man. This is the stumble game. They're going to get all they can handle from Syracuse. Syracuse have shown already that, people can think, well, Syracuse, they're a finesse team. They don't really play anyone or whatever, but they're in the ACC. They actually do play teams, and they beat Clemson last year. They gave Clemson all that they can handle. Syracuse have actually played up to the level of competition, Babano. Like, when Louisville were good a couple of years ago and shit, I remember, they played them tough. And Dino Babers does a nice job against good teams. He's like 7-3 against the spread too. I think in 10 games against top 10 teams, top 20 teams type thing. I don't know. He gets his teams ready, and I think Notre Dame might be taking Syracuse a little light. I think Notre Dame probably thinks, fuck Syracuse. They're probably just, they're a basketball school and they're not that big. If you look at Syracuse on tape, they don't look imposing. There's a lot of sort of skinny, smaller kids on Syracuse, but they're fast, they're well coached, and that offense is real good. That spread offense is effective. I mean, they average 44 points a game.
Yeah, that's the one concern, is that from an NFL talent perspective and quality of athlete perspective, Notre Dame's not the edge.
Off the line of scrimmage, Babano, in the trenches. That could be a thing. Like Notre Dame are sort of like it's NFL junior. Like you're right, and Notre Dame have some big fucking fat kids in there.
Yeah, that's going to be the one issue. But Syracuse, hung in against Clemson and beat Clemson, at home last year, I believe. During the regular season. So you're right. Syracuse, the last couple seasons, especially since Dungy's been the starter at quarterback, they've dug in. They've held their own. They've fought the good fight against the best teams they've played for the most part. If they had the odd stinker here or there, yeah. But let's not forget Notre Dame. I know they blew through Florida State, a sad, pathetic season they've had, the Seminoles. Before that, Notre Dame, maybe showed signs of the noose being tight around that neck, trying to finish off this undefeated season and get in the playoff when they played Northwestern. That game was tight. That game was close, and Northwestern hung in there and pushed Notre Dame right to the end. Obviously, last week that didn't happen because Florida State really is that bad. This week it could happen again, and this game being in the Bronx, I know Notre Dame fan base is going to pack the place. I understand that. There'll be some Syracuse fans, though. It's New York State. They'll come down from Western New York and support the Orange here in this game. There'll be a decent turnout here for Syracuse. They'll be outnumbered by Notre Dame. Don't get me wrong, they're fans, but there'll be people for showing up to support the Cuse in this game. No question about that. So it's a neutral field. It's not going to be that full-on Notre Dame home field edge. Syracuse is going to be, feel, that they're pretty close to home. Travel's not a big deal for them to get there. So, yeah, I think, again, as long as Syracuse plays good football, doesn't turn it over, doesn't give Notre Dame short fields to work with, their offense, I think, and their offense always has backdoor potential. You run that up-tempo offense, even if you're down 14 or 17 points in the fourth quarter, you can punch one in late, get inside that number. It's always a good thing to have when you're backing teams like Syracuse that have that potent offense when they're catching double digits as underdogs. They're always live through the back door. All right, what else we got? I think Gabe stepped out. Let's see quickly, and then I'll head out because we got to wrap up this show. It's at 12:30. Let's see what else we got. We'll do one more game. What else is a marquee game on Saturday? And this is SEC. I don't know. This is the SEC gets a chance to play the Sisters of the Poor week across the board in college football. I mean, look at these SEC games this week with some of these teams. Middle Tennessee State, Kentucky. Rice versus LSU, Liberty versus Auburn.
Tennessee might be the play actually this week. What's the number there?
You mean Tennessee, Mizzou?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tennessee is the only way I'd play that game.
Tennessee getting 6 on their home field. They need a win for the bowl.
And they're playing better. They're competitive. They lost barely to North Carolina. They beat Auburn. They beat Kentucky last week, although it was a down spot for Kentucky, but still beat them. Yeah. Tennessee or nothing. I'd look to maybe take the home dog there.
Yeah. You guys sort of got to wait for those sleeping programs to turn corners. You know what I mean?
Yep.
They're not. It doesn't mean Tennessee's back or they're this or that, but it's all about the mindset of the team. Is the program going up and they're feeling good? I mean, they were terrible earlier in the year. They had bad luck, and now they're getting luck. They're winning games. Like sort of like all the hard work they're putting in is paying off a bit. I like to see that for teams. These teams that they're putting the work in, they're not getting the results, but when they do, it's sort of like the Miami, Ohio team, Babano. They were 3-6, they're scuffling along, but something's clicked with these guys over the last 2-3 weeks. They won 3 games in a row, or 2, they're rolling right now suddenly. They feel good. They got one more game to get a bowl. You got to keep your eye on that. These 5-win teams. I'm looking at the 5-win teams this week. I got my eye on the 5 wins.
There's a bunch of them. Doesn't mean they'll all win. How about there's one tomorrow night? I think SMU is very live against.
Yeah. That's another team that they Chad Morris left. Sonny Dykes comes in. Rough start. They get fucking smoked a couple of times, but here they are at 5-5. They battled back.
And two things too about that game. SMU's peaking.
Last year, the Buffalo Bulls were in this spot. The Buffalo Bulls were 3-6 last year. They won 3 straight games to get the bowl eligibility.
Yeah.
They fought hard. They won all 3 games. They didn't get a bowl invite because they can't sell tickets.
Right.
It carried over into this year. So I'm telling you guys, like, you're looking at the big picture and shit for teams like that's why I like Pitt this year. I knew Pitt were about to break out, you know, from the way they played last year at the end. And you get these programs, you'll notice them. It's like, yeah, man, these kids are battling. Keep your eye on next year because they're frustrated. They're like, man, we won 4 of our last 5 games last year. Let's keep it going into next year. And suddenly a 6-6 Pitt team or 6-6 Buffalo team is a fucking 9-2 Buffalo team this year right now.
Oh, it spurs you on for the next season.
Night, but you know what I mean? Big season for them. It carried over.
Yeah, and Buffalo knew last night, but you cannot at all blame Buffalo for it was a bad flat spot. They know they get to clinch the MAC and everything on home field next week against Bowling Green, which obviously they'll do.
Yeah,
everything was still ahead of them.
Same thing for Northern Illinois last night. They were just like, yeah, whatever, fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be a Buffalo, Northern Illinois, MAC championship.
You get these teams that know, you're right. And look at Georgia. That's been Georgia's problem. Like, Georgia's been locked into they know they're going to the game, and that's what happens. But all right, Babano, great stuff as always.
And yeah, Jeremy Pruitt, the head coach at Tennessee, give him credit because it's been a really rough start to that season, and the fact that his kids are fighting this late into the season, playing hard still, that's good to see.
At Alabama last year.
Yep. Yeah, that's a positive that the kids haven't tapped out on this season. They've played hard down the stretch these last few weeks.
Well, they got talent, right? I mean, they don't have LSU or Alabama or Michigan talent. Tennessee.
They have to upgrade at quarterback because I've seen enough of Jarrett Guarantano. It's not going to work, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't. For the life of me, I don't know why the Chris kid from Stanford's not the quarterback.
Yeah, time to give him a look. I know Stanford, he was up and down, but
I don't get it. Like, even Rich Sermonello and Joe Lisi. Sermonello was shocked when that kid won the starting job over Chris. And it's weird, too, because I was watching a Tennessee game where Guarantano,
yep.
The kid got hurt for a few plays, and he came out, and Chris was good. It was like, guys, like, why you have this quarterback that's not bad. Like, why do you force this fucking other kid out here so much? But Pruitt's in love with the kid.
Yep.
And look, the kid's winning some games for him now, right? But it's frustrating when you watch Tennessee because it's almost like watching the New York Giants or like the Bills or something.
No doubt. Yeah.
They're like the Bills almost, Tennessee. It's like, man, you guys just made some big plays on defense. You got the ball back, but you just went 3 and out. Fuck, you know? Like, your quarterback's average. Like, you know, you need a quarterback. You know, they need an upgraded quarterback, this team.
Yeah, no doubt.
You're taking on Drew Lock this week, but Missouri laying 6 on the road in that stadium, and they're going to be all fired up. Like, they haven't had a fucking reason to be happy in that stadium in years. Fuck. So yeah, before we get you out, what's the games tomorrow night? So it's SMU.
I'd look at the dogs, both home dogs, SMU and New Mexico. Think about it for Boise State. That was a big game against Fresno last week. Huge win for them. They're still depleted on defense, and now they're laying.
New Mexico playing for.
New Mexico's had a real tough go of it, but I'd be a little bit concerned here with laying the points with Boise. I don't love it.
Big time on SMU tomorrow. Fuck Memphis. Memphis have been a nice. So they're 6-4 against the spread, so it's not like they don't cover every week or anything. But
here's 2 things about Memphis. Here's
2
things
about 3 on the road. You can't lay 7.5, and the SMU can play with Memphis. They're not overwhelmed talent wise. They're going to be fired up as hell for this game. They're going to trade points. It's going to be a track meet, and I like the underdog too.
Yeah, Memphis has been poor on the road. That's one thing. Their defense is never something you're comfortable with laying big points, and they're very fortunate they covered against East Carolina last week on the road, Memphis. One of those Memphis touchdowns came off an East Carolina muffed punt that gave Memphis a short field, and I believe that was the touchdown that gave them the cover in the fourth quarter.
This is crazy, but SMU can win the division.
Exactly, and they're not even bowl eligible yet. Can you imagine that? They could win the division, and they're not even bowl eligible yet.
And like they want it bad. Like, they stick it to everyone. We didn't go to a bowl, but we're division champs. Like, to SMU, that's like hang banners type stuff. Division champs. You know what I mean?
It's truly amazing because, and you know what? But they got to win now they have to win this game to have any chance of the division because Houston moved ahead of them for that record-wise tonight. But if they're tied with Houston, at the end of the regular season after next weekend, they get it because they beat Houston head-to-head. That's going to decide, which is shocking that they did that. But they did. They beat Houston head-to-head, so SMU would get it. But here's Memphis. First of all, you're right. On the road, I don't trust them laying big points. And I believe it's their second road game in a row because they were at ECU last week.
Straight up and against the spread on the road. Their numbers are very different on the road. Like totally Memphis, they score 44 points a game. Very impressive numbers, Memphis. They score 44 points a game. They only give up 30 a game. Well, it's a lot, but they scored 2 touchdowns. Pretty good win differential. It's pretty. I didn't realize it was that impressive. But
I've got it.
This is how it flips when they're on the road. They score 34 points on the road. They give up a whopping 42. They're 1-3 against the spread, 1-3 straight up on the road. And you look, SMU scored 34 points a game at home. So you're pretty much, all right, we have something to work with here. They only give up 31 at home. It's like SMU's actually got the math on their side here. Plus they're at home. Plus we're getting 7.5 points.
And you look at their home games in conference. They beat Navy as underdogs. They covered in a 6-point loss against Cincinnati at home in overtime.
One of the games, so what's the ones they lost? I know they lost the TCU one, but we watched that game. There was a Lightning game, and TCU was a sweat job. Like SMU played with these guys.
And that's before Ben Hicks started playing well. Ben Hicks got benched early in the season for struggling. He came back, and he's been the different quarterback ever since he's been back as the starter after that benching. He's been excellent. They're putting up big points again the last few weeks. But here's Memphis here. Not only struggle on the road, but here's the wins. Here are the wins for Memphis. This is the definition of beating up on the weak and beating the sisters of the poor. The wins are against Georgia State, South Alabama, UConn, East Carolina, and Tulsa. That's your wins if you're Memphis. That's your wins. Is there a good win in that bunch? Name me one good win of that bunch of wins for Memphis this season. Georgia State, South Alabama, 2 dumpsters, UConn, a disaster, ECU, they've been playing a little scrappy, a little bit better lately, but they're still not good, and Tulsa's been a complete disaster this year. Those are the wins for Memphis. There's not a one quality win in that group. Not a one. None. 0. And now they're laying 8.5.
Bob Bano. Rightwager.com. For the record, I'm fading. I'm at 274 right now. Down to $25. I lost half my value. Gallinari hasn't scored anything in the second half. I need Gallinari to fucking do something and get a couple of bucks out of this. It's frustrating to see it at 50 and 50th place and 274. But all right, Babano's going to be with us on the radio tomorrow at 5 o'clock Eastern. Thanks, Babano. Great stuff. All right. Good night, Ragers. Good night, Gabe. We'll talk to you on the radio tomorrow. Have a good night. Bano, great stuff for Ian Cameron, rightwager.com. We'll see him tomorrow. We'll see you guys in the morning at 9 a.m. Teddy Cover is going to be joining us in the morning. And we also have some comedian on. Great show this morning, actually, so it should be a lot of fun in the morning. Be a lot of fun in the morning. And we'll see you here tomorrow night on the Friday Night Free Show. We'll be throwing it down, and we'll go over all the college football games and everything else. Oh, we got a comedian. She's actually an actress, too. She's big time, actually, but Hey, what do you want from me, Jazz? It's late. All right, so we appreciate everybody tuning in. And hopefully we can, it's 34-31 right now. I don't have a good feeling. I think it's going to be one of these nights where the picks were good. I fucked up. I really like that teaser to the over. I should have just loaded up on it. I didn't. I'm playing too many games. I got away from being smart the last 2 nights. I don't know what's going on, but a little bit of an issue. And I can't bet unders because I just get fucked, man. 9-0-1 to the under, and look, we lose. And now these guys, now FAU are moving the ball. I never win when I lay favorites either. 4.5 is a bad number. I'm laying 4.5. They're up by 3. North Texas is probably going to win this game by 3. It's just fucking frustrating. But whatever, man. We're going to get the money back tomorrow night. We're going big tomorrow. We're not screwing around. SMU cover tomorrow night. Book it. Other than that, you're on your own later.